Wow, BMD is 75 years old. Hard to believe. I think about my time here, and it's just a fraction of those 75 years, but in my day-to-day actions, I feel all those 75 years, and I feel all the actions of previous owners, previous employees, how they integrate into what BMD is today. And BMD has never been healthier.
We're really fortunate at BMD to be working for a company that's 75 years old. You don't see a lot of 75-year-old companies.
50 years in the industry is a long time, but 75 is unheard of.
We've got employees that have been here for over 40 years.
You don't thrive for 75 years without having that type of stable environment for the employees.
If you think about what all of us went through during the recession, a lot of companies didn't make it, but BMD stuck through it, and its employees hung in there, and that allowed us to get to where we are today.
I've really enjoyed watching the change from a small family-owned company to a medium-sized employee-owned company, and just watching the BMD employees and what it's done for them long-term has just been wonderful.
You cannot understand BMD without understanding that employee ownership has become its foundation. It is its core.
It creates a culture of togetherness. We're all working for one greater goal.
People want to make the right decisions, not just for them or their division, but really for BMD as a whole.
This is the only place I've ever heard two staff-level employees having a conversation about the business doing well and expressing that level of accountability and ownership for the business.
You have a stake in the decisions you make, so that when you're making a decision, it's much like sitting at your family table making a decision for your family. Is it going to benefit them? Is it the right thing to do?
You are the company. You represent the company. You can't put enough value on that.
You get a different level of service when dealing with BMD.
They're always striving to improve and upgrade.
BMD is very clear about what improvement means and what success means. It's a very metrics-driven organization. It gives us a culture of always improving.
Continuous improvement is such a big part of the culture because we want to stay relevant. We want to always be the top of our game.
We're always working on synergies to where both divisions can work more closely together. So continuous improvement, it should be something that Jeff Gore is going to probably ask us to tattoo on our arm someday.
BMD is a family. It's a long-term organization that has a reputation for taking care of our employees.
We've got an amazing culture, a culture that you can build a career around, a culture that you can retire comfortably in.
It's really what helps people to feel like they're part of something that's bigger than themselves.
When I'd see my father getting home from work, he seemed tired but was always excited to go back to work. Once I was here at BMD and I saw that culture and I felt that culture that he talked about so much, I really bought into what BMD was, a family.
We think that people make the difference, and we know people have made the difference for BMD for 75 years, and we know that for the future, people will continue to make the difference. We value people, we reward people, and we continue to want to develop each individual in the organization so they can reach their maximum potential.
Being at a company that's been around for 75 years, you're a part of a story, you're a part of history, and we want to continue to grow.
The future for BMD is one of real excitement, I think, because we're really diversifying a lot into different areas. We've just gotten into manufacturing, which we weren't into before. We're diversifying as far as geography. We're able to do some things now because of our financial position that we were never able to do before. So I think the future looks really good for BMD.
Our goal is to be 100 years old, and I know we're going to achieve that, because we have employees that are willing to work together and to make the changes and to do the things that they need to do to help us continue to grow and change with the times.